With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hey everyone, I'm going to explain this question, and the question is, which of the following phenomenon is used by the musician to tune their musical instrument? Okay, so four options are given. So let's talk about each one individually. Let's first talk about interference. Basically, interference is superposition of two or more waves, right? Right. So like musicians use musical instrument to produce certain type of sound, right? Like and superposition does not help, like there is no different source and you are trying to make something out of this, right? This is not in the case of interference. Like musical instrument does not have any use of interference. Like there is no soft sound or something produced out of interference. Like mostly in case of interference, we try to when we try to increase the magnitude of something, or we try to hear something louder, or we try to hear something smaller, very feeble, then we try to use interference. Like in this case, let's say if you have a wave like this, right, and you add another wave with the same phase like this, so you will get a wave which is twice the big, right? And let's say it has amplitude a and this has amplitude a, and this will you will get amplitude 2a. So the after interfering these two waves, you will get a sound which is way higher, like way louder than the initial two waves. This will be like amplitude. Sorry, since amplitude increases, loudness will increase accordingly, right? And this will be greater than the individual loudness of these two. Okay. Or if you say, let's say that you have a wave like this and you interfere a wave like this, and this you will get a zero wave, right? The loudness will get cancel each other. So it has no practical use in music, right? We in music we try to listen something which is lovely to our ears, not something like very loud or very low. We try to listen to something which is like very pleasing to eye, which is kind of normal and pleasing to eye, right? So this is not the property which is used by the musician. Now let's talk about diffraction. Diffraction is basically like splitting of wave, or you can say interference of wave when it comes through a opening. Like let's say this is a wave, it is going trying to here, and it will disperse here. It will go like each point will act as a source, and it will like when it passes through a okay, how can I say dispersion is basically bending of a wave at a small opening. Okay, when the opening is very small, the wave tries to bend or squeeze somehow to come out in another way, but still like there is no hole or anything, there is no opening in the musical instrument, so there is no practical use in music industry of diffraction. Okay, so this also does not make sense. Now let's talk about beats. Okay, so beats is like when you have two frequencies. Like we know that like formula, basic formula, which is beats is f1 minus f2. Let's say you are producing two sounds whose frequency are changing with time, but let's say this has 100 frequency and another one has 105 frequency. This may not be like we yeah like this, there is no distinct our like our ears are not able to distinguish between 100 and 105 properly, right? Because they are almost similar to our ears. But if you produce somehow beats, if the beats are changing, then you will get a maximum amplitude at every 5 frequency, like every 1/5 of second. Okay, so that can be perceived by our eyes, right? Our ears, which makes it pleasing, like which makes us to which helps us to understand the sound better. So beats is indeed used by the musician to like make the sound more pleasing, because if there is a slight difference between two frequencies, we are not able to like distinguish between them. They will almost sound similar to our ears, but somehow if we produce like if we superimpose them, or sorry, not superimpose them, but if we are able to produce beat of them, then we will be able to hear the sound, and we will be easily able to distinguish them, and that can be helpful for musicians. So beats are indeed used by the musician. Now let's talk about the fourth option, which is polarization. And there is no polarization in, like, polarization is basically allowing any wave to move in a particular direction, allowing any wave to move in a particular direction. And this is also and polarization only happens for transverse wave, not for longitudinal wave, and our sound is longitudinal wave, so there is no polarization in sound, and no polarization in sound happens. So if this property does not exist, then how can musician use this? Okay, so our answer will be the property which the phenomenon which is used by musicians are beat frequency. Okay, beats. Option 3. Okay, this was the explanation. Hope you understood it. Bye bye.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut App today.